Welcome back to Garage K. I was talking to a friend of mine and he suggested that I should have an intro at the start of each video. This is for new people who are tuning in for the first time and haven't been following the build. In this video, I'll be trying to remove bearings from a rear axle shaft. And it looks like it's going to have to be modified straight out of the packet. So what's unusual about that? Okay, now this is one of the most scary things I've ever done. Removing a bearing from a rear axle. That was really on there. And when I was pressing it, the whole machine was sort of moving, and it, like, all I could imagine was that this main shaft was bending on a bow, and then at some point it was going to slip out and fucking fly off and impale me. That was really frightening. That was on there. Yeah, that was scary. Shit. It's always the way. I don't film the best stuff. That's one of the scariest things that's ever happened in this shop, is trying to press this bearing out. So what do we got? We've got a spacer here. We have a bearing which doesn't really want to spin, has been butchered by someone, and another spacer. Which way round does it go? Okay. The tapered edge goes down for future reference, because I'm sure the Japanese service manual isn't going to tell me that. This is all rusted and fucked. Originally I was going to replace these, but they're quite expensive, so and a friend of mine told me that I was stupid for doing it, because the chances of this being bowed or fucked is very slim. So just press new bearings onto this and it should be fine. So that's what I'm going to do. But Jesus, pressing those bearings off was fucking frightening. Ugh, there we have it. One shaft. Shaft. Look at it this way. If I can reuse this shaft, then the bearing press just paid for itself. That's how expensive they are. Jesus, that was fucking scary. Oh, horrendous. Really horrible. And I've got another one to go. I'm definitely filming that. It flies off and wants to fucking kill me. Well, this is number 2. This is going to be a bit more difficult because... why? Because some person, the previous owner of this truck, decided that they'd just gut this and then weld these tabs on. Yeah. No. Anyway, so that's junk. But that brings the question. Now I understand why they did it. Because how do you press this out if this is in the way? A conundrum indeed, because that isn't fitting for some reason. There we go. Now it fits. That is weird. Am I pressing it like that? Through the plate? That seems a bit weird. Maybe you're supposed to press this out and then buy a new one. Maybe that's the deal. You're supposed to press this out and that destroys it, and then you replace it. Though the cost of this is more than the bearing and the 2 spacers put together on both sides. So to buy another one will raise the price of changing the bearings considerably. Alright, so I checked on the internet and phoned a friend, and apparently the way to remove this bearing is not with a press, but you are supposed to cut them off. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. shit. That still doesn't come off. Oh my god. So I wasn't recording again. I'm going to remove the bearing and the spacer here. I'm using the bearing puller piece inside the race of the bearing because there's a groove where the balls run. And then I've just got the sort of hub area going in between these two bars here, and I'll press down onto here. This is quite scary. This is what scared the shit out of me last time. Scary. That's a lot of force. That's a real lot of force. I'm standing over here so that if anything flies off, it's not going to get me through here. Might still get my arm though. Oh, scary. Scary, scary. Oh, that's freaking horrible. Terrible, terrible. Going over here. Frightening. Absolutely frightening. I can't actually get enough power on it. Oh, Jesus, that's fuck. That was almost as scary as the first time, but that's exactly how it went. A big bang, and then it actually moved, I think. Did it move? No, it didn't. It didn't move. Holy crap. What's it done? What's it done here? I think, actually. Wow, look at that. It destroyed the bearing press. The bearing puller. That's how on there that is. Oh, that's a shame. Would rather destroy this than let go. That's incredible. Alright, well, gonna have to get this off, and then, well, that is disappointing. Hopefully I can buy another one of these, or that piece missing off there isn't going to make a difference, one or the other. That's really quite bad. Oh well. Right, that didn't work, so I guess we have to cut it off. The only other way. The bearing press isn't going to make it move, then yeah, no choice. Back to the grinder. I love all six pressure style. I marked it. nicked it a little bit. We nicked it a little bit. How much difference is that going to make? Now, how much difference is that going to make? The amount of steel that's missing there would weigh probably less than the amount of dirt that's on this side. So if I clean this side and then don't clean this side, that's probably about how much difference it'll make. So yeah, I've nicked it. No, I don't care. That will be fine. Done. This whole thing was to save money.
For the premise?
Save that money. If I end up having to spend money on a new shaft, well, I haven't really lost anything. Yeah, that is a shame, but I don't think it's going to make any difference.
That is it for this episode. Thanks very much for watching. Please leave a comment, like and subscribe. Find me on Facebook and Instagram. I'll catch you later.